Bismillah. One of the key ways in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers your dua and elevates you and gives you from His generosity is when you and I express our brokenness and neediness and helplessness before Him. He says in the Quran, "Is He not the one who answers the call of the one in this state of distress, the muddari', the one who is broken before Allah, who is expressing their need before their Lord?" And that He removes the evil that they are being afflicted with, or you could take this with whatever issue they are facing, and that He then establishes them as khulafa, as His inheritors, as His representatives on earth. This is mentioned in Surah Naml. So how do we understand this state of brokenness, and what exactly does this mean? First and foremost, if you are in a state where you are brought to your knees before God and you really need Him, this is a sign actually that Allah wants good for you and me, because this happens to the prophets, this happened to the Sahaba, this happened to the early generations. They were faced with immense tribulations. They were brought to beg their Lord from the bottom of their hearts in a state where their heart realized that only Allah could help them, and then victory was given to them. So do not fret, do not worry if you are in a state of immense tribulation or immense worry or stress or problems or health issues or challenges or whatever it may be, because this is actually inshallah a sign that good is going to come, because Allah wants you to realize your ubudiyah, your servanthood, and your neediness before Him. And when you realize your dependence on Him and that you can't depend on anyone other than your Lord, then what does He do? Inshallah, He will remove the tribulation from you, and then He will elevate you, and He will give you from His generous bounty, because now you have become one of His servants. This is mentioned in the Quran over and over again. You see this in the story of the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, the Prophet Joseph, who he went through immense tribulation and he went through immense struggle, and he was thrown into a well and he was imprisoned. And then what did Allah do? Allah elevated him and Allah established him on the earth, and he was given this position of being the chief economic minister for the entire area of Egypt, and he was elevated immensely. But he went through the tribulation first. So do not worry, do not stress, but rather see that light at the end of the tunnel. See that Allah is doing something to you that He does to those who are closest to Him. And if you can realize this, and you can make your dua regularly in this state, and you can remain that perseverant and patient throughout the tribulation, inshallah, this is a sign of immense good and that an immense opening is coming. Do not give up and say, when is this going to end? Or rather, how long do I have to be patient? For that is not amongst this the characteristics and the quality of the patient ones, but rather rely on your Lord. As He says, those who trust in Him, He is sufficient for them. And so place your trust on your Lord, and you will see only immense good happening, inshallah.